The Chicago Bears are arguably the most popular team in the NFL. They re-one of the original 32 teams, and they rebased in the second largest market in the United States. So, naturally, the Bears should be a powerhouse, right? Well, they haven't exactly lived up to expectations. In fact, they've underachieved so much that many people now believe that the Chicago Bears are cursed. Now, their last Super Bowl victory was back in 1985. That was over 40 years ago. And since then, the Bears have only made it to the NFC Championship game once, which was back in 2006. Since then, they've only made the playoffs 3 times, and they've won a playoff game since 2010. This is very uncharacteristic for such a historic franchise. In fact, in their first 50 years, the Bears won 5 championships. The Bears also have the second most retired numbers, with 19 players having their jerseys retired. Now, obviously, all of this doesn't mean that the Bears are cursed, but it sure does make you wonder why they can't get over the hump. Well, today we're going to look at some of the reasons why the Bears may be cursed. And if you don't think that curses are real, that's fine. We're just looking at this from a fun perspective. With that side, let's take a look. Number uno, the 2020 NFL Draft. There is no way that the Bears could have known that they were selecting the worst player in the first round. But when you pick the worst player in the first round, it can make you question your entire organization. Remember, the Bears traded up to draft this player, and the player was considered a reach even before the infamous character issues were brought to light. If the Bears wouldn't have traded up and selected this player, they would have had a chance to select a wide receiver in the first round who could have helped Justin Fields. Instead, they got a bust, and they wasted what could have been a high-value draft pick. No, the 2021 NFL Draft. Things didn't get much better in the 2021 draft. The Bears selected an offensive tackle with the 20th pick in the first round, and the tackle was considered a reach. The thing is, most people thought that the Bears should have selected a wide receiver here, and again, this could have helped Justin Fields. Then in the third round, the Bears selected a quarterback. Now, this quarterback was considered a reach in the third round. The Bears already have a quarterback in Justin Fields, and it seems like they wanted to waste another draft pick because they didn't have a need at that position. And if you think about it, this could have been a wide receiver that could have helped Justin Fields. Number 3 is the kicking woes. You don't hear about the other positions missing kicks, but you always hear about kickers missing kicks. In fact, the Bears have had multiple kickers since 2015, and none of them could stick. Cairo Santos has been decent, but he is currently in his 10th year in the NFL, and he is still not a household name. It feels like the Bears have had a new kicker every single year. Number 4, the coaching carousel. The Bears have had several coaches since 1985. In fact, since 1993, the Bears have had 8 different head coaches. Only 2 of these coaches were able to lead the Bears to the playoffs. And the thing is, the Bears seem to hire these coaches in their 40s, and they expect them to turn the franchise around. For whatever reason, this hasn't happened. No. 5. The lack of elite talent. Since 1985, the Bears haven't been able to acquire any true game changers. They drafted several players who were considered to be busts, and they have had many Pro Bowlers since 1985. In fact, only 11 players have made a Pro Bowl while playing for the Bears since 1985. Keep in mind, several legendary Bears players retired after 1985, so they weren't able to acquire anyone to replace these players. But at the same time, they haven't drafted or signed any game changers. So, do you think that the Chicago Bears are cursed? Comment down. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of our other great content.